MOUZ on the defense, Sangal on the attack. And if they continue to get the pistol and these hot starts, MOUZ are in so much trouble. This is the CT side of Ancient. Something has to break.
Yeah, absolutely. 3-1 in pistol tallies in this series. And interestingly enough, a 15-0 start if you combine all three of those pistol wins for Sangal, whereas MOUZ only collected 2 rounds when they won theirs. So they have had the undoubted better starts on each and every map. Frozen trying to get up middle. Already with the kill against phzy, that'll give them the advantage, but he turns back too soon, and that's when Soulfly busts out of the cubby and takes him down to reclaim the mid territory.
Everybody getting caught off guard here from MOUZ. So a nice little move to draw one back, and now calling the troops over. Scrunk, kyuubii. They're going to pick up the bomb. They have 2 smokes, a flash, and a molly. They can molly xertioN out of position here and smoke off either side as they have presence in cave from Soulfly. Being lined up now, Dexter investigates, doesn't see a whole lot. Rotation from JDC over as well. Flash for Dexter to enable something here. It's a deep smoke. They're going in.
Try. xertioN stuck in that cubby, has to walk it out. Scrunk and Soulfly with 2 each, and now it's down to phzy. Another pistol looking like Sangal have it in control. phzy can't do anything about denying the plant. kyuubii's gonna hold that. And he'll immediately, oh, I thought he was gonna peek it just to get the information, sacrifice himself, since obviously he knows phzy where he is. And if he's the planter, give himself up, but it never peeks. And kyuubii walks out to find phzy when he gets close. 4-1 now.
Well, there's a race for this major for a lot of players in the server right now. We've highlighted so far throughout the day that Dexter and Frozen have attended majors previously. However, the NXT duo, or trio of JDC, xertioN, and phzy, don't worry, Matt, that's the game.
Gotcha.
Everyone at home should be able to hear that as well. You can thank Valve for that one. I
thought I hit my cable.
No, that's the water. That's the water bug. We love that one.
Oh, I heard about electric water. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it's everyone's favorite sound. No, we'll definitely get Valve on the phone about that one. There's a couple of things we've been trying to chit-chat with them about. But back to the point. And the point is, Sangal, none of these 5 representatives in the server have played at a major before. This would mean the world to this team, and the same on the other side. Look, if MOUZ lose, I think there's going to be some tears, some absolute heartbreak here. This is not the type of game you can fumble.
And the pressure is increased. Like we talked about, the more pressure on them out of the server, the fact that they're the favorites, but you know, they're probably thinking, all right, doesn't matter. We're losing a few rounds here. We'll come back. We'll beat them. We're the favorites, whatever. Now it's like, oh my God, these guys are wrecking us. We got map 3. If we mess up even a little bit, it's over.
They're stacked here in the right place, maybe the right time. Attacks coming through and smoked off for now. Corey can stall out behind this while the crawl through A main should play first, and Scrunk has top mid control. So the in-game leader with a lot of room in the MAC-10. He could call them back still if he wanted.
Flash for JDC into Donut, just buy himself some space and confidence. He's trying to bait out the shots to get phzy in position, but he's covered off. kyuubii with that kill as well, and he's looking sharp so far. 3 kills. Remember, he was slow and criticized on Inferno. xertioN into position at back temple, can't get the shots out. They've already crossed over. Bomb should be going down, but hang on, no one's covering phzy. No one at all. Dexter, oh man, I thought he was gonna get 2 on that. That would have changed the round completely, but it's kyuubii to spray it down, and 5 kills now for him.
I want to continue to build on that story, right? He was a non-issue on Inferno. It's like he wasn't even in the server. I think he had 6 kills in a game that went deep into the overtime.
6 after 30 rounds. I don't know what his total was, but yes, point stands.
He had a very rough time, and then he bounced back on Vertigo. He's shown more mental resilience so far than the MOUZ individuals. And I think here, this is where MOUZ need to put their hand up, raise their hand, stand up and be counted. The conversation about the experienced players, it goes both ways. And right now, MOUZ into a full eco. So another horrible start as they try and assemble the tank. Boys, go B. This is a bit of an issue in middle. The only drama I see is the fact that the bomb is on the back of kyuubii, who needs to make the full rotation. They need to stand tall on the side. Soulfly, he's been good and continues to deliver when needed. Already leaked past on the right. Now they know.
Soulfly gets gunned back out, he's dead. They're wrapping in. Frozen only good for the single, and it's kyuubii again that's gonna step up. And Corey to close it down, 3-0.
And this is when the momentum can really start to play a factor for Sangal. Because their starts have been good, right? You really, in this situation, need to have 1 good gun round, and then you're going to get yourself up to that 5-round lead again. If they can build on the top of that here...
And if they get 4 5-0 starts, like that's 20 rounds over that which MOUZ would have achieved, obviously, in that simple math, but that's a lot when you start to consider it at that angle.
I notice when we have a lot of the conversation with the top teams, it tends to be, okay, they win pistol, and then maybe they get the full eco, or maybe they win against the 4, so they get the 3-0 start or the 2-0 start, but then it doesn't normally go on for too much longer after that. It's a bit more tit for tat, a bit more back and forth. extinguished through.
Yeah. 5-0 used to be a common start with the old economy, where you would have pistol, then an anti-eco, then your first gun round. If you won that, they were broken again. Then you got a gun round again on round 6. So 5-0 was like common then. Current economy system, that's not the case.
And this is where your individuals in those lower buy type of rounds need to step up. And this is, well, I know it's a buy for MOUZ now. They do get the investment through, but they need to start stepping up individually and pushing through the smoke. xertioN needs to. Ooh, very low now. Soulfly will get away with his life.
Just barely goes back in, and that's going to cost him. xertioN changing the angle, had the AK in hand, and drops him down, no problem at all in doing so. Frozen. Donut didn't quite spot middle. This might give Skrunk a bit of a surprise, as JDC was up to it. Didn't get caught off at all. And it's only Corey left.
If he can get a couple of kills here, you'd be happy with that on the Sangal side. He gets nothing. Great angle there from xertioN. Now, something we need to point out, the Sangal sticker would look bloody cool.
It would, but the MOUZ one does too.
Yeah, but we've already seen them on guns.
Okay, I see what you're saying. We need new stickers.
We're always getting new stuff. It's like Christmas Day around here. Wait till Source 2 comes out, guys.
Oh, November 27th. Can't wait.
I love how you just keep choosing a random different day. It's great.
Yeah, it's awesome.
People at home jotting these down, thinking we have any information is insane.
Didn't I say November 27th the whole time?
I don't know, have you?
I thought I did. I don't know. You
That's consistency. Something we're not necessarily known for. This could just be a B play here. Corey towards mid has found some room and... Okay, Soulfly. Yeah, we've seen you. We've seen you this whole series long. He has been phenomenal. He's stood and delivered map after map. He's been the consistent pillar.
He's been sick. No, definitely. Definitely one to take note of. Very good performance in this series. And what a time to deliver it as well. And that's the other thing as well for kyuubii. The fact that he's built back in, good shot, Frozen, takes Corey out. The fact that he's built back into the series, at least he can hold his head up high, sure. All right, maybe he's the type he beats himself up and says, if I play better on Inferno, we win that and it's a 2-0 series, but at least he's put something forward. If he goes out flat, and that's how they don't qualify for the major, he's gonna be pretty mad at himself.
Yeah, he has had a bounce back, so remarkable stuff here. But this is a 4-on-4, and they searched for info in mid, and MOUZ didn't get a whole lot. They stayed pretty standard over towards B, and now Cave control has been taken back, but there's an avenue. It's opened from out of nowhere. Donut to A, that's the play.
JDC swinging in on this. He's going to actually hold above his smoke.
Wow.
Sees it and makes no mistake. Saw him on the way by. And then he holds to spray kyuubii. Man, oh man, 7 kills now for him as he takes down Frozen, and phzy and xertioN are locked out of the site again. Dear Lord.
They just completely cleared middle and then started rotating back, expecting the B execute, and Sangal found the quite literal perfect timing for all of that. You could see MOUZ were rotating back in time, but the util deployed was really well placed. There's an AK here if phzy wants to take that into the next instead of the M4, but looks like he'll leave it in the dust. And that was where the opening pick of this round went down, so you can thank Soulfly for that one, but a couple of other members contributing to make this one possible. kyuubii and phzy with some kills to their name as MOUZ. Look, it's not the 0-5 start, but 4-1, not much better.
They'll all get together inside. A long and survive the bomb. No, you're right. 4-1 is still excellent, and this is T side of xertioN that we're talking about. xertioN is, I would say, very heavily still, well, not heavily, but very CT-sided in so many ways with timings. phzy, look at that from his screen. I thought it was more of a clear vision than that. That was pretty difficult, and this shot, man, kyuubii with the spray control between the box into Temple and gets another kill on this. So a timeout called from MOUZ, their first to 4. And rightfully so, the way things are unfolding right now.
Oh, the emergency timeout starting early here, and this is the thing. This plays into it in so many different ways. If Dexter's not feeling the pressure, but his stars, the individuals around him, are not doing what they're meant to do, it might lead him to not only call differently, but play differently. If the players don't feel that they're activated and aren't going through the normal regimes that they're used to, then they're making plays outside of the box. And then at that point, they're not in their comfort zone either. Door smoke, beans off the wall. That's not the perfect throw right there. A huge gap. And it's little details like that. I bet phzy hits that 10 out of 10 times when he's in a server on his own. But this is a different game right now. A whole enchilada available here. Pressure games, and that's where you start to build yourself a bit of reputation. I hate throwing this type of vernacular around, but choking.
Yep. Not a consistent land performer. xertioN has had to battle back against that for a while. phzy still waiting down at B. They're trying to clear out Jaguar. They know that xertioN's in there. He already spammed back toward the door from his shot and his angle. Soulfly. Will. Let the flames fly. Let the bullets fly. xertioN down, and they check the corner, but not fast enough. Not anticipating more. And Dexter was there to get the jump, and he's going to double it up as Scrunk falls. Bomb in his hands. He'll smoke it off. And this makes things a bit awkward right now for Sangal.
Need some support here, though. This smoke isn't going to last forever. And Dexter actually smoked exactly on top of the bomb. So if phzy wants to try and limp into it and pick the bomb up, he might be able to get away with that. And support has arrived. And Dexter's actually going to relinquish control of this. And the biggest issue is the time. But again, they could hightail it. Donut towards A. JDC pushed in towards this main position and floating top mid. They would have to get past Frozen. Looks like they will finish towards the second letter of the alphabet, but still rejuggling this setup. There are problems. torgy hits the first, a necessary first.
Couldn't catch the second one, though. That'll allow the cross. He was ready for it. He knew Corey was going to go for the peak. It wasn't the bomb carrier. That's why. That is. phzy goes down, and it's now a second round for MOUZ.
Okay. And it had to be Dexter there. Look, I wouldn't say he hung xertioN out to dry. That was the point of that setup. I think the fact that Soulfly even attempted to clear that is very heads-up play from him. It's back to a 2-round gap here. A buy available again for Sangal. And torgy, look, he misses the second, but makes up for it on the third there. And Dexter with the final. So now, xertioN trying to get him fired up. Might have to bring that passion on his lonesome. This time, the door smoke lands. Extinguished for Scrunked, just off. And lucky they weren't going to get tickled by those flames regardless. A default spread. They have kyuubii in main, Corey outside mid, phzy holding some defensive utility of a flash if needed for the likes of Soulfly and S. And S. And Scrunk.
Dexter. xertioN's going to get both those. Now Dexter gets activated. He'll find phzy, so a good hold toward the B doors.
And some team play.
Yeah, that's true. I haven't seen a lot of back and forth and held positions. It's been a lot of battles individually. xertioN this time baiting off of his teammate in middle. Frozen takes the aggro, and then he gets the kill. JDC closes us. We're now 1 round apart.
There's another trap that you can fall into as well, especially if you consider yourself to be the better team. You just default on the CT&T sides, and then you think you're just going to win the fights when they come your way because you're meant to be better. But you have to be active, and that's something that they were in round number 7. xertioN, very active here. It feels like he, at least by the body language, is willing the team forward. And that was an aggressive assault over towards the B lane position. And finally, the idea of these massive leads for Sangal in the early stages have been removed. It should be a 4-4 score. Something would have to go horribly wrong. I would say that MOUZ would likely have to turn off all of their monitors and probably unplug the keyboards to lose a round like this. And Sangal are going to take a bit of momentum out of this. Just take their time. They're not in a rush. The classic milk out all that CT utility. Force them to expend. Force them to reinvest. Humble this bank balance for a moment longer.
Dexter still just jumping and spotting.
If he knew it was a Glock, he's just going to fight it, which is probably why he's a little bit scared. Like, you see the tone shift once they hear the Glock start firing. Everybody will come running.
Haven't yet, though. And they're going back over toward the stairs in the B door now, so this should arrive in front of Dexter any moment. I guess it makes sense. They'll try with the Glocks to close down the distance as much as possible. So Cave is the entrance that they desire, and xertioN's the one that's trying to hold it off. They see the smoke go through. They think that's the chance. Apparently it is. He held well for the first two. I thought he'd just keep spraying, but something hesitating in his mind and muscle memory, and it's actually getting to be more expensive than you'd expect for just Glocks. Now an AK for Scrunk. Gets the reload in. Smoke there. I think Frozen wins this one out, but he doesn't go all the way through. Doesn't commit to it, so just pre-firing to scare him off, and now Frozen will attack.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. They've 2 casualties there, and you can see them torn between both those fights. It should have been simple stuff, but Dexter and xertioN do enough that the rest of the team can mop this one up. But a quick update before we get into the next round.
Hit me with it.
Spirit taking on Cloud9. We knew that was for a Legends position. Spirit end up getting it done in 3. They confirmed it on Ancient with a 16-13 scoreline over Cloud9. So a massive victory for Spirit.
That is awesome. Good for them.
They'll get to skip a whole stage. Liquid versus EG is currently live, and Liquid are dominating on the first half of Overpass. Yep.
So they won the overtime as well?
Yes, indeed.
Okay, because that one did look like it was getting close again in triple OT.
You're going into B. Dexter, this is your chance.
Dexter holding, you're right. Does a little bit of damage, but fades off, needs to stay alive. More importantly, ooh, that was a slow peak, but no shot came out. Still, xertioN does find the kills. Torzy rotating over will tore them apart as he takes down Soulfly. Skunk shuffling, no, we'll get him back. And we're still in a situation where Skunk might be able to pull this off. It's phzy that's gone forward, though. No bomb plant on this. They've given up the site. They're actually wrapping the lane. I think they push all the way through on that.
Well, they can isolate a single fight here against JDC. They can't head back. They have to head forward. And this is the duel. JDC can stall and win this round right here, or open the avenue towards A.
Easy, too easy. Peaked it slow, but at least phzy gets the trade. With 90 HP, he can go. And a bomb plant inevitably going to happen. Molotov inside of Donut already.
He wins this.
He could. He definitely could. Molotov seemed to be bitterly considering the timing of the kill at CT, but either way, he's going to rotate off this. Ooh, this is tough, because they're not heading this direction. He puts himself in Temple, no access to the bomb directly, but the low HP player directly in front. This could fall to a one-on-one, and then it doesn't matter where the bomb's planted. He just has to toy the time, but he's looked the wrong way. xertioN's timing is favorable. MOUZ will take the lead.
Oh, had a real chance to win that one there. They're going to momentarily stall out the defuse so they can go and scoop up that AWP for Torzy. Great stuff from xertioN again. He's back in the server. Did have a tougher go of things. There's the defuse. No Tabson situation here today for MOUZ. And they have taken the lead. So 5-4, but wanting to extend this even more so. That plant is good. phzy did a lot of damage, all things considered. It will enable a half investment here. And if I'm Sangal, I like the look of that. I wouldn't mind running something similar to that again. A couple of the little triangles at the end of those dots angled towards A at the moment. So maybe they have either a mid scrim up their sleeve or an A set play. Looks like out the guts of mid.
Frozen backing off.
Look at the pace.
They're running it down. He's got two, looks for the third, but phzy has that with the Tech 9, and the pace is everything there because no way he could reset and recharge. M4 A1, 20 bullets and no support system, so this is still a 2-on-3. And an M4 picked up for phzy. He's got head armor. Or excuse me, he has armor, no head armor, but he has armor.
kyuubii has head armor, and there's another gun down from xertioN's body, so they might be able to grab that one and get themselves 2 rifles to work with. And I imagine the fact they have so much time, they're not going to be in a rush here. So you can see kyuubii now starting to investigate, and nobody from MOUZ doing the same. They're in a very passive stance. Hot rolled M4, scooped up, looking stylish. And now if they actually group, they can isolate a fight between the two of them here and give themselves a little bit of an advantage into this duel. They even have a flash available in the back pocket on the belt loops of phzy to enable this swing. And Dexter is practically playing a retake setup. You can see this based on his jiggles, right? He's worried about him missing a timing, them taking a gap. MOUZ don't know what's coming.
kyuubii slowly with his teammate together. We'll go. Both rifles picked up, as you say. Need to clear cubby. It's a hard one to deal with. phzy tries, and that's going to cost him. So unfortunate that there's just so many angles. Repeat, successful though. kyuubii on an absolute tear in this game. He's going to put that bomb down immediately. Take no chances and give himself anything he can to try and win out this round. He nearly got JDC, just missed 1 bullet, and that was the difference.
All right, great attempts. That was just a half investment there. They get another plan out of it. The pressure, it's not settling just yet. MOUZ are having to battle for every single one of these rounds. They're not going to get away with anything easy, and that's how it should be here on the road to Rio. kyuubii with a great attempt, wasn't it? This second fight, there's a chance. A chance one of those bullets just stray, hits him in the dome. Frozen trying to get them to focus into this. So there are a couple of members who are trying to will them forward. I think Torji's just trying to focus on his impact here. The desk have spoken about him going missing, and he hasn't gone completely missing yet, but that molly did. You can see it burning the trees. It's not a forest fire we're looking for. It's a fire at the feet. As Frozen needs to think on his, caught in the open, multiple kills. That's massive towards middle. All 3 coming in the way, just 1 casualty.
Massive, immediate response as soon as the guns come out, so it wasn't just chance that they found so many kills in the last 2 without them. xertioN trying to push back and compensate for this. It's smoke that's concealed him, and that might give him a chance to surprise Soulfly.
Dexter's heard the bomb. He knows this is coming A.
He's going to have a kill on Corey. Patience, patience. Corey might check this, so keep the crosshair close. Thought the bomb was going to go down. Damage on kyuubii. He thought he could double it up because the bomb was getting closer. He thought that was his chance to strike, but xertioN, same position. quickly on the case. Dropping off the angle is the low HP, excuse me, but it's phzy that gets it as he holds with the op.
Nice scope there from phzy. All right, under pressure.
It was too, wasn't it? That's crazy.
Tidy one for him there, and immediately humbled here are MOUZ. So unable to get enough consecutive on this CT side just yet. That was 5 in a row, but it doesn't really feel like it, right? The good start from Sangal, just keeping this at a 1-round game. Here's the no-scope. Oh.
Yeah, okay, I wasn't... That's ridiculous. No-scope jump shot?
Okay. Fair enough, I suppose.
Sick. I guess when things are just going your way, they're just going your way.
Having a laugh about things is exertion there. I think they can't believe kind of that little play.
Yeah, really.
Well, this is a change.
Insane that that's how they just died.
This is a change that they've operated for here. They've continued with the cave smoke. That's been a common thread, and now they're going to pull on A. JDC deep in the temple line as phzy gets boosted up, looking for a couple of picks here. The rotation point is frozen, and he's quite far away. Dexter's starting to hurry over, but they can boost into the tree, and JDC can't see.
No, he can't. Does spot one crossing. He's going to try and flash himself in with a peek, but that's going to be phzy's to watch his angle. And he was not blinded by that at all, and JDC now knows that, has to reposition Dexter.
I think they know Skrunk's here.
Flash. They might not. Dexter with a smoke on his left side. Needs to check it now. Swings. And he was smart to swing when he did because there was a chance that he still splashed out with the players coming in at long. Dexter with 3. JDC doubling. And it's 5-7. MOUZ Sports still in the lead.
Bit of a laser beam out of Dexter there. About time we see that level of impact. 15 kills for Dexter. Got 12 for xertioN at this point. And that is going to leave a bit of a mark here. That should be getting you fired up, right? That should, when your leader's popping off like that, that should be getting the rest of the team fired up right now. So back to a 2-round game. Still very, very close margins in this. Another buy for Sangal, but after this, unless they get a plant, might have to stomach a bit of a partial before we get into the final round of play.
Nades deep. Corey already passed the flames, though. They didn't cover off mid entirely, and that's giving him a bit of access. Just has to clear out Donut and at least be concerned with it and Frozen's position. Man, it's easy to forget that this is just to get to the major.
This is going through.
Flash in, gone. phzy blinded, hits that. He's just hitting everything. All right, jumping no scopes, blinded shots at the doorway, and a man advantage now for Sangal.
I don't know how else to put that. That is a little experiment there from Dexter gone wrong. That one maybe looked a little bit better in the lab as JDC has spotted a lot here. Frozen needs to collect.
He's going to. Easy double bomb down. Patience pays off. He's going to smoke that in as well, so they won't be able to access it from mid as easily. Soulfly, lucky to be alive as the shot came out from the off, but not the second time. Torzy makes no mistake. phzy's there, though. Down goes the CT side at off. He's going to push his way forward. Self-clear to Donut, but they've conceded that position, at least toward middle. They still have the bomb covered because Frozen's just gone up the hallway a little bit further, and here comes xertioN on a flank, and phzy is removed. This round should now go the way of MOUZ Sports. It should be their first halftime lead in this series.
Ooh. Swings and roundabouts here. JDC, he hasn't seen... Well, he does now. Whips around the corner. kyuubii with the back turned. And that is going to be the 8, so you bang on there. The fact that they have taken this lead now, maybe a little bit of pressure starting to be alleviated here. But this would be the wrong time to do so. Still with smiles on the faces, still having a bit of a laugh about things. But this is them starting to look a bit more like themselves, right? They're being active in their plays. They're taking fights. They're not letting the game be dictated to them. They're taking some initiative here. And without that plant, Sangal have questions. They're going to take their first time out. Tugak's the coach here. Now, this would be the chat. Do we want to go for the force by now, right? Do we want to go all in, or do we want to just take a partial? Know that we can pull off a pocket strat now, still have a really good chance, and next round with the max loss bonus be able to buy. I think the better of the options is go the half by now, pull off one of your funky set pieces, and then get out a full gun round next. They've actually... Skrunk's dropped an AK for Soulfly. I like this. He's been a playmaker for the team. So you're putting a lot of... Well, I don't want to put pressure, but a lot of stock in this guy to be able to contribute here. 6 kills at the moment, but we've been able to see his performance throughout. He definitely has what it takes to get it done. Door smoke again with another massive gap, so they're just going to walk straight through this. Soulfly staring and waiting. Hasn't had his
impact in this map quite like the other two. It's kyuubii, again, that continues to be the impressive step up. Although you could argue phzy's impact is just as significant. Push out for xertioN, tries to spray down, just a couple taps because he's not sure how close anyone else is, doesn't want to give up all his ammo. Made over the top, Soul doesn't have to worry about that, it's far beyond him. Oh, he saw the sliver, he saw the indicator and tried to spray into it. No damage done as a result.
Well, now they know there's at least one AK, so that's going to get the Feckles up on MOUZ now. I love this stack. This should be good for a couple of kills.
It's the pistols, you'd expect. Jump across, that's going to spot it, reveal it, but it doesn't matter. Dexter, xertioN. Dexter with the kills, xertioN's with the assists, and it's now 5-on-3 as Corey. 45 seconds on the clock.
Well, this right now feels like the calm before the storm that is the second half. This really right now, even though MOUZ have put up a really nice showing here to be able to get themselves up to what should be 9, I'm going to call this one almost done. It is going to be a tough task in that second half, because then you have 2-minute break coming up next where you can sit and think just how close you are. Corey does eventually respond with something. Needs a lot more than something. He's
done. Picked up the AK to try and do some damage, took Dexter out, but absolutely, this one's now 9 for MOUZ Sports. 10 would be perfect for them. As you say, alleviate the pressure, because it's been mounting in this series against them.
This might be some of the longest rounds MOUZ are going to play here if they do continue to keep themselves in the lead. Just how things are going to settle in. And again, I feel like MOUZ need the strong finish to this, because we know that Sangal are likely to convert that pistol if history's anything to go by.
But keep in mind, MOUZ did not win the pistol in this half, so that does highlight that they've been doing very well with the rifles when they've been out. And that has been, indeed, most of the time. Double Molotov down to the elbow position. Corey pitched in against the wall, has to run forward on 36 HP, gets all the way to the top of middle, but Frozen, ooh, the flash isn't going anywhere near the smoke, just sits inside and greets him. Welcome, sir.
One of the easiest kills I think Frozen is going to get all day. And he'll thankfully take that as scrambling now, maybe running out of ideas. Remember, a best of 3 is where teams like MOUZ, the favorites, should be doing better work. Flash over, phzy swings out, takes the line. Oh, flash wars, the flash back to force him off of it. But all 4 congregated now in the final minute and 10 seconds.
AWP for phzy still, and he'll head seemingly into a closer angle, try and get a fast pick at Cave. Skrunk sets for some utility to be thrown over the top. He said he's known and thrown lots on different maps. This time it's a pretty basic one to cover off short.
He'd smoke long from here. I think he wants to try and get a nade in deep, which not a terrible idea. You could start comboing that, just like we do on maps like Overpass. Haven't seen too many teams float with those ideas, but here we go. Smokes him, go.
Covered off, Dexter. Jumping, trying to see a shot. They're going to go for the old school boost. Not as powerful given the pillar positions, but you can still catch them on the crossover, especially if they fire in. It's Dexter that's down below that actually gets that on kyuubii. Drop the bomb forward, that buys time, and Skrunk's going to fall as well before the bomb even is planted for Sangal. Shots back from Soulfly. He's stuck on the pillar though, stuck and downed. xertioN even does it with the pistol. It's phzy in a 1-on-5. He's got that down to 4 already, and maybe a third, but looks away too soon. xertioN's going to close that. We've got a 10-5 half. MOUZ in the lead.
Yeah, this is good from them to turn it around. Map 2, Vertigo, their map choice, did not look hot to drop, but now they're back in form. And MOUZ going to get the cheese here and take their flight to Rio, or Sangal going to upset the world here tonight. You can see the stress on the faces. We'll take 2 minutes, and we'll return for the conclusion.
Hey Future Pros! Back to Ancient with a basic B-site execute you can throw with a little help from your friends. For this execute you will need 2 smokes, 2 flashes and 1 molly. ask very kindly for your teammate to drop their smoke into this corner, and when you're ready, get into the corner too. To throw your first smoke, aim in the middle of the doorway in the middle of these bricks. Then jump throw the smoke. This will smoke off the left side of side. While in the same spot, aim above this wall decoration and in line with the leaf above. Then jump throw the smoke. This will smoke off the right side, but be careful as the CT could try and sneak around the edge of the smoke. To throw your molly, aim at this part of the door along this point. Then jump throw the molly. This molly will push someone out of the cubby, which is incredibly annoying to clear. Now the smokes and molly are down, aim to this section of the door, walk forward and jump throw your flash quickly. This flash will get anyone on the site, but hopefully not your teammates pushing up long. Finally, throw your last flash over the triangle to stop someone from spraying through the long smoke and further blind anyone looking at the ramp. And that's it, pretty easy, and remember, just go B.
The road to Rio today is seemingly long, never-ending, but treacherous all the same. It's MOUZ Sports now finally in the lead, 10-5. Third map of this series trying to put Sangal to bed. But man, oh man, what a performance they have given MOUZ. And in some ways, MOUZ have not really delivered throughout the course of this entire series.
Yeah, and look, they have been able to put a slow to these hot starts, but not a stop. And the way they can is right here in the second half by picking up the T-side pistol. Next up, lobbing out a piece of utility from spawn. xertioN with the molly available to clear out the cubby. But on the jiggles, Torji's called this one clear. He's got the P250 in hand and he's leading the charge. But more interestingly right now is Sangal's setup. 4 players over towards A. 2 in Donut, 1 spawn, and 1 temple. They're playing a retake B. And Corey spotted a whole lot on the jiggle here. Continues with the fight. Needs to be awfully careful.
xertioN trying to get damage in as well. Dualies for phzy. They're going to go right up middle into the red room. xertioN being the first around, Scrunk has the one side of this equation, and there's a rotation back in contact already made from Soulfly to watch it from long. Scrunk down. Can wrap this over toward A, but that's actually going to force a rotation. They might be misled by this. Right call. Bomb's already inside of the B site. They go back instead.
Oh, no.
They have lost out to Soulfly, but bomb's going to be planted in the meantime. Oh. Dear Lord, put the man down. Soulfly nearly given a chance to turn around in the most unlikely of fashions. kyuubii again looking hot in this map. Finds the shot to Frozen. And JDC and Dexter against 3 to try and win out this pistol round for MOUZ. Remember, 4-1 are the pistol scores so far. And Dexter has a tough and tall order 18. Oh, he's too far away. It's a kit. It's over. They're going to defuse this. He can't do anything about it. Making another pistol round, and kyuubii even puts him down afterward.
Wow, called his bluff right there, didn't he? You want to play tricky in a retake situation like this? We'll just defuse right in front of your nose. So these hot starts to Sangal, they'll continue. But can they convert? That's the next question. MOUZ will get the plant. They can facilitate themselves something a little juicier here. But the fact that Soulfly is able to get so many kills before he goes down, delaying that time on the rotation point as well, and a tidy shot from kyuubii there. Fantastic replay to show that one is JDC sliding into the site. An AK, 2 Galils, 2 Deagles, and light utility here headed towards kyuubii's domain. Currently behind the big box. He's just deployed a smoke. phzy close mid, Corey not too far behind, so a fast flank is possible. Or they relinquish control and dip on back. It looks like that will be the option. Corey and kyuubii in combination. The util for Dexter and Frozen. The smokes is going to usher them in towards the site. So a donut smoke as well as one towards CT, and in they go.
kyuubii line up. Torzy better shot with the deagle. JDC, he's removed. Get that AK recovered quickly. It's on the ground. Dexter's gonna find another kill. Creating chaos. Should be able to get it back. They do. Torzy's got the AK, and now they also have the M4 to go with it. They're gonna force the CTs to rotate directly towards xertioN. Posted and ready, but oversteps his own position, and that allows phzy to get a kill back. With the lesser weapons for Sangal on the CT side based on that plant, and look at the payment that MOUZ have for it. 3-on-1 now in favor for them, finally shutting down or trying to shut down a 5-0 start.
Well, they have. This is great. This is fantastic. I don't think any way that Scrunk can get into this. The only way is if they leave the site and he gets a bit of a goblin defuse. There's a kit in front of him here. We'd have to hit both of these quite quickly and won't. Frozen steps up. We're requiring 2 kills for him. But Torzy with the opener. He hasn't had a lot of frags here. Let's be honest, him and JDC towards the bottom of the scoreboard. But that one to open the site. Massive stuff, and smiles on the face. This is Scrunk trying to bring his team back into things here. Here's the opener. Bang. You needed that. You needed that in a big way. And then Dexter in the backline onto Corey, flushing him out of the donut. But Sangal, to believe they will force. And this is essentially the game on their shoulders here. You lose this as Nico into the next. We're looking at a 13-6 scoreline, and MOUZ to run this one home.
Dexter already out middle. It's not alone either. xertioN comes with. And they'll just go up the boxes and continue across Cats, spawning the shoulder inside of Cave. Bit of a jiggle from that position as Soulfly will back off. Doesn't want to take that fight.
Again, an A play is probably the best option with a lot of utility here. Because you know there's only pistol upgrades, and they've all wanted to get the highlights for the frag movie with the deagles here, so they don't have the punching power. Corey needs to get something done, but they just get scooped up. xertioN and Dexter clean house, and A's open.
Frozen. Ooh, taps, takes out phzy. 2 left to find, Scrunk and Soulfly. They're gone. They're bailing.
This is when it feels hopeless, doesn't it? This for Sangal, this is where it feels extremely hopeless.
Oh, you're gonna, yeah, this is...
Knowing you could have done it in 2 maps.
Yeah, absolutely. And look, I do big up, I think, right now, giving it the best effort. kyuubii has come back around in this series, but he still was non-existent on the map that they lost that was very, very close, and that'll be a tough pill to swallow, but this is gonna be heartbreak for them in general if they can't somehow pull off this comeback against MOUZ.
Yeah, that's gonna be contemplation tonight at the bar, I'm sure, for many a team. K23 pushed big. MOUZ have been pushed here as well to the brink, you could argue. And now they've settled into a 6-round lead. Probably the biggest lead they've had all series.
Yeah, in the entire series. I think the only other time they had a lead of this amount was Inferno, where they won 3 rounds in the first overtime and then didn't close it.
Sure.
I think that was the biggest lead they had all series otherwise.
We've gone back about 2.5 hours there, so this has been a long one. An absolute slog of an affair, but he saved Eagles to defend the honor in round number 19. That USP, it's just going to be an annoyance here. Hey, just behind the door, not going to do a whole lot of damage. Soulfly, this would be the time for you to pop off. Dexter, yeah, clear a course. Molly one side, check the other, find the pick. That's one of the deagles dealt with now. It's just Scrunk, who right now is very aggressively in main. Okay, yeah, very aggressively in main. JDC down, pushing forward. Might even be able to grab a gun here. Corey, if he could get anything done on the other side of the site, maybe a lifeline. Scrunk's going overlooked. xertioN now finally acknowledges his presence. Looked a little bit awkward there, but this one is fine. I think Scrunk's going to want to hold on to this M4.
So MOUZ walking through the territory of the enemy yet again with a bomb that is about to be planted. And it's xertioN, that'll be the one that gets to hunt. His teammates clear the back lane, and he makes sure, oh, he's looked away. Tough timing, goes back out, he gets the back exposed. So was out of sight when he did peek mid, smartly moved out of that path that could have easily cost him, and Scrunk, you're right, is gonna just try and hold on to this M4 way over at A-Long.
He might get found. They are starting to look here, but at the same time, they will be buying into the next anyway.
I don't think they'll go that far. And if they do, they're going to have to run from Donut. Yeah, maybe. Maybe they get there if he walks xertioN. Fair enough.
Does he clear the corner? That's the question. He's just going to spot the barrel first.
Yeah, no, he's got him.
Hello. An upgrade for xertioN here. So 23 kills. He's the one to step up. Him and Dexter, the two to step up here late, and now starting to really feel the vibe for MOUZ. If they do convert these next 3 rounds of play, or 3 more rounds of play, it'll be the 12th major appearance for them as an organization. JDC, xertioN, and torzy's first. And we've seen dexter and phzy in a few majors before in the past, but that's going to be the main storyline here. The MOUZ NXT boys getting upgraded to the roster individually, not as a pack, one by one. Now we see them just 3 rounds away from realizing their dreams of qualifying for a major.
torzy looking for an opening yet again. Might overstayed his welcome here. Watch long. It's going to be there. I was going to say, Corey's got to be peeking any time. There's no utility down. He gets a clean shot. And torzy falls as a result of it.
Nobody with torzy there at all, so a very aggressive maneuver. I think he thought he could isolate one to the pillar, but has been able to buy a little bit of space here. It's just this AWP of phzy, and if he gets smoked off, oh, it's a bad smoke. They know that one is across top mid.
So fly out of the round after only taking down dexter prior, but it still gives them the man advantage. MOUZ falling by the wayside as phzy steps up with the AWP. JDC deep in the sight though. kyuubii looked over but didn't consider the back corner. And that's a problem now for phzy as well, because inside of Donut, he's about to get pinched. He's about to get cut off from both directions, but he reads it very well, and he nails the shot. He's got this isolated and well under control. Bomb is down with him.
Yeah, good awareness there of the situation at hand, and even gets the final kill of the round. Good stuff from phzy. We're going to need to deliver a whole lot more of that from the AWP for Sangal here for this to be a comeback in action. 5 more rounds to make it level. They will retain a couple of guns here, drop a couple across, get the rebuys in, but the same conversation for MOUZ. Plenty of cash for their purchases. It's a matter of will they break through or when. This is good isolating a lot of these fights here, phzy. That smoke that was thrown, it cost phzy his life. I don't know if xertioN had communicated the fact there was a gap in it, but phzy lingered in it for far too long. Searching towards A now and reading the play. phzy has rotated over to assist. He's in temple alongside a kyuubii who's currently towards the big box. Corey babysitting mid. And this might work out all right unless they smoke off the temple position. phzy should get one on the run out. There's a lurk smoke possibility. A lot of teams aren't smoking temple. It's usually CT and Donut, and then they just try and avoid that line of sight. Maybe a flash at best. Did smoke him.
Yeah, cuts off so he can't get the AWP in position, but kyuubii can still find xertioN. He's doubled it up as well. JDC gone. Now the hold's starting to look good for Sangal. Maybe the rifles are all they need to get back into this map. Bomb desperately trying to go down. phzy manages it inside of the smoke, and he's got some coverage to try and reposition as well. 2 to the back corner, though. Ooh, tough one. phzy can bait off the AWP, though, because he's low on HP. phzy's got one. He's down, and they're all out of the round. It's nicely held. Sangal's going to get the defuse.
Crazy. They pick their poison with the smokes. I'm just saying most teams don't smoke temple. They smoke temple, but not Donut, and Donut's where they're punished from. So it's a rough one.
I think Donut's way more threatening now that they've closed off the second entrance from the temple.
Yeah, look, I agree in that sentiment. I think here MOUZ are trying to get tricky with it because knowing they're throwing that mid util and there has been late lurks, expecting the Donut player to be busy with that potential for mid. But the fact they already had 2 players on the site, that was the undoing. They still had Corey top mid, and he was meant to be caretaking that. So kyuubii, we keep saying his name here, especially in these last 2 maps. He's been looking hot to trot.
Nades, damage done. Oh, xertioN running. Corey's lost track. I think you heard, did you hear him or not? There's so much utility, it's hard to say if he did. It doesn't appear that he has. Okay, he's still anticipating perhaps.
He has called it.
Yeah, he has, because look at kyuubii. So they're going to reposition to hold him in, and this might be a false sense of security for MOUZ Sports, thinking that they've gotten inside of Donut and kyuubii's got the angle. Good find, phzy, but it didn't hit. I thought that was on as well. I thought that was going to be a shot all day long. So kyuubii gets taken back, and we're in a 4-on-4. There's a chance they can still get into this A site. Long spray, JDC can't control it, can't hold it. Corey gets the kill instead, and dexter tries to get the bomb to position. Oh, watch out, 2 in. Nearly the lineup, put the smoke at the helm, not the gun at the ready, and immediately phzy's left in a 1-on-4. We're looking at 13-9.
Well, they're going to work this out eventually, and they maybe already have. Scrunk is watching the flank right now. He's worried about mid, whether he's worried about the B play. You can see him now, awares. phzy can't connect that one, and some sketchy aim coming out of several members from the MOUZ camp at a round like that. phzy's is the least concerning. JDC's was a little bit wobbly, and they've broken the bank of MOUZ here. So this comeback is on. Just as we were feeling like MOUZ had done enough to grab control of this game again, they're back in trouble.
Yep, economy now against them. This is well done from the CT side of Sangal, especially over at that A side. They are looking impenetrable completely. Not a lot going on toward B. The last attempt we saw was just a walk-in from, I believe it was Dexter that got cut off by Corey at the long lane.
Matt, I wanted to be home to watch Imperial versus Complexity, but we might be
we're here all day.
We might be taking this one to the limit.
Hey, this is the limit. I mean, this is everything. This game is for Rio or elimination. And as you mentioned, 8 players in this server have not been to a major before. That's huge.
This is people realizing their dreams today. Like the thing as
for those 8 people, this is the most important match they've ever played.
Yeah, and these are all young adults right here. This is their passion. This is what they love, and there's one way you want to head forward, and that's in towards Rio. phzy needs to be careful here. He's covering a lot single-handedly, and does tuck back in time. He's been sharp. He's been switched on, but so is Dexter. That's a massive frag to find.
phzy trying to just get something with the pistols through the door, but Corey's going to babysit that position while his teammate's able to look up the sidewalk toward the boxes.
They have the AWP. This AWP can actually do a lot of damage from the donut position. And if they can deal... Ooh, that's heard. That's very heard right now on kyuubii.
They're going to look that direction when they come out. He knows it, though. He's able to take down Dexter. That's not the AWP. That is. But xertioN, oh, aim punch. Dexter, having fallen before that, means that no one more from Donut. Good jump by JDC to get the advantage on the game, the aim. High flash. Shot the AWP back to phzy. Nice play. Good teamwork from JDC. Lets him cut inside Donut faster. Get the jump potentially on the rotations. But if there's 2 in middle, the AWP is well positioned, but they have to spawn as well where Soulfly is. He's waiting in Temple. He's got to go around the long way. Oh, no, missed shot. That was the chance of the round. Corey's going to barge through now.
Wow, I didn't think it was going to be so easy to walk past phzy holding a line with an AWP. And a miss, an important miss right there. Still struggling to get going as phzy. 8 kills. This is meant to be a star AWPer. He's been bigged up here for his performances, but not being able to connect the dots yet. There's time for him to do so. Yeah, JDC, he had to let his teammates go down there. Otherwise, he wasn't getting that kill and definitely not getting the plant. So it is a little bit unfortunate because it was a difficult round. That was a nice shot from Dexter to open things up, but that's all it was. Felt like it was a bit more substantial. 4 in a row now for Sangal.
Molotovs go down, smoke. Dexter's going to go through that. Nearly got a chance to catch someone by surprise, but that's Corey that fades off and goes inside of Donut. That repositions the B defense as well as they spray and try to get a kill, to try and get an opening pick that they haven't had in a number of rounds now.
Dexter trying to use their smoke against them there, hoping that somebody was trying to play in and be a bit of a lurky boy. But Corey has a bit more respect than that. We'll double up with kyuubii, and that's a shot for phzy. phzy just can't get anything going here. Just picked. No impact, nothing done. And now the final attack has to be over towards B. As Corey pushes forward in mid, he's got a crew, and he's got a solid crew alongside him, kyuubii and Scrunk. They have 3 on the flank right now. This is one way to deal with a B take, and they don't even have the bomb. Corey gives up the position, steps on out. He goes down, but the trade should be here. Skrunk's got 1. Oh, and this gets very awkward now. That element of surprise completely removed. JDC will get the bomb, but they're still not into the site.
Frozen, sneaking his way back in. phzy holding, but unsure of where the attack comes from. Concerned that it could come all the way from the top of middle and back in reverse from CT spawn. Soulfly close. xertioN's not going to spot that. Shoulder not revealed, and he's low HP, so he's gone, and it's a lineup. Good response, JDC. Frozen's on 12, though. Saved by the fact that JDC hit that shot on his way to plant the bomb. They're in a deficit they still have to hold on to. As phzy waits for the angle inside the pillar. That means JDC has only one direction he can go for free. Frozen, though, changes that. Good shot on the AWP. Close up. AWP, excuse me, AK can't do it, so the AWP has to hold this round. 12 HP to do it.
Have a smoke.
Flashed off. 2 kits, they're going to get into this, no question about it. Smoke's going to put him out of the picture, and this one's going to go. This one's done. He's even going to save the AWP. He's out.
Oh, he's trying to spam. He's trying to get something done. Almost from Frozen there. That was close.
He's desperate, let's be honest. I mean, you're right. Tries might as well the Hail Mary, but he was already just looking to save the AWP at that point. So this is 13-11, and a 3rd timeout now called from MOUZ Sports.
If he was ahead of that and already had the AK out, there would have been a chance, right? There would have been a chance if he had that AK in the hands to try and make this one at least competitive with spam through and pull off a miracle clutch. But they had too much utility coming back in on this retake. Frozen does an awful lot here to try and make it possible. The spam, I said, it's close. He only gets tagged 1 time, down from 47 to 34. And there's a 2-round game now. Again, real concerns for MOUZ being able to close. Number one, it was a back and forth affair. Had to take that to overtime. Vertigo, their map choice, blown out of the water. And now here, Ancient, the third and final map of this series. Looking to go the distance here again. This is the type of Counter-Strike you want to see when a major's on the line. Nobody giving it an inch. Everybody saddling up for round after round. And fast we go again. Dexter might feel he needs to make a play. They missed the smoke. They didn't extinguish. It's not spreading to him. Oh, it is spreading to him. Down to 31, just surviving. And that's their weird smoke center mid. Didn't hit the target.
Held his breath. Counted it down. Knew that it was going to extinguish before it would kill him. But that's still a hefty amount of damage. xertioN finds Soulfly in smoke. Finally something for MOUZ to work with. And he's not done. He just runs straight toward the cave. Didn't even bother shoulder checking the corner. Didn't even bother checking the angle. He knows there's one more out toward long. And phzy was lost top mid. So now MOUZ sports with space, but it's been answered. kyuubii again. Scrunk. Caught off, flashed out, frozen with the kill. And now they have a bomb plant. And how does Sangal approach this? Their money, it's decent. It's okay, but it's not amazing. And they want to put the pressure on this. It's not going to work. Corey's gone, and I think kyuubii might be as well. He might just bail off this one. 20 kills for him. He's played excellently, but he needs his AK-47, and xertioN's not going to allow this to happen easily. He's already on the chase. And kyuubii's one step ahead, but doesn't matter. He can follow him through the map if he has to. The peek out, and everyone removed. 14 now for MOUZ.
That's a big find. That's all the guns gone, as you mentioned here. You mentioned Cash is okay. Sure, they can squeeze out something that resembles a buy here. Scrunk can drop an M4. kyuubii can by himself, maybe get a drop going as well. Soulfly is all good in the hood. It's phzy and Corey who are going to need donations here. So hopefully Sangal are feeling charitable right now. But you have to look at xertioN and you have to look at Dexter in this map. They have been the playmakers, the top fraggers, the ones doing it all. Frozen starting to get activated a little bit later now, but 26 for xertioN, 25 for Dexter. I need a pay rise for those two after this because they've put in a lot of work here on Ancient. Timeout called, the second for Sangal. And they have been able to get this buy across. They've actually dropped M4s for everybody. So kyuubii donated one, so did Scrunk. That means everybody has an M4, but not everybody has utility. One defuse kit. Still have a decent smattering, right? They get 4 smokes out of this. They get 4 incendiaries, a couple of HEs, a couple of flashes. So it's good enough. It'll have to be good enough now. Otherwise, MOUZ will be seizing that 15th.
Smoke to top mid as per standard. Corey aggressive to cut that off. They know that they've lost mid in a few different occasions, so not this time. Again, a very heavy A bias off spawn for MOUZ though.
If they want to send xertioN out looking, right, I think this is meant to be reactive. What does the setup look like? Then we can try and punish. There's no info towards B, but Soulfly and Scrunk have no info. They're playing quite passive.
Flash through the upper skylight. Ooh, kyuubii. He could absolutely rip this round. Finds the first, second as well. As he got lost in the smoke, Corey's gonna fire back through the sign, and kyuubii again for a 3rd kill. It's all on Dexter, 1 on 5. He's got the first one, but good luck for the rest. They're already approaching. Damage done inside smoke. Hang on here. Don't want to overcommit to these fights. Don't give him a bunch of one-on-ones. Don't give him a chance, and they're even gonna send one player on the flank. So Skrunk's coming to close this, whether kyuubii does or not. And a 4th kill for him. What a round. 24 kills now in total. They're still alive. 12 against 14.
Look at the smile on the face as well. Knows he's just handing them in their ass here. So this is really good stuff. You have to think it's been completely different games between this point and Inferno, and the final timeout call from cycloN here. The last chance for him to take the pause and take those 30 seconds, and kyuubii just thriving in the chaos. Look at this, it's beautiful. Chopping and changing, wanting to find an AK. Not to be the case, 6 bullets left. Even gets the 3rd, and then gets a reload in time. So pretty cruisy here for kyuubii. Now there is enough for a bite. MOUZ have something left in the coffers. But both teams are looking quite brittle here in the later stages.
I still don't know who's going to win this game. I really don't. This is a crazy series. Look at the stress. Tugux is back on his feet. I think at halftime he was looking pretty dejected.
The whole team was. When we went into the break, there was head in hands. Some unhappy Larrys.
You're about to see it. You're about to see every emotion Counter-Strike can offer.
I love this
relief, elation, and absolute dismay.
Look at this call map. kyuubii's been at A time and time again. They put him over towards B. He's done his job, but they expect him to have locked down that side of the map enough that they've actually put the AWP of phzy on towards that A site. Oh, and kyuubii's freed up to rotate around.
Yeah, they're just giving his utility off to his teammates, and then he'll hit the road.
They actually chopped and changed back here, so I guess they had the rifle on site in case it was a rush, a bit more of a poppy play. And now they've gone into the standard hold. So expecting something different out of MOUZ here. And this is a very default round. We still have a minute on the clock, and all they have left to execute with is a smoke, a flash, make it 2, and a molly. So this will not be easy for MOUZ, especially if Sangal don't overstep the mark. And this is that step.
Is it a step far enough, though? xertioN's AK is looking to the far side of middle. Corey hasn't gone that far. He's just standing in the open. What a weird off angle for him to hold. Now he's going to go there. Now he's going to get caught out. He's going to get taken down the opener. Comes at a cost, a price of 58 HP. Torzy's on 28 as well, so they've lost a lot. JDC's going to burn. That's the bomb. It's not going to get planted 26 seconds. This is going to get awkward as well. And they're spraying back in. They've lost the smokes. The utility's not there to protect them. They need to fight and fight hard. They lose Torzy as well as Dexter getting one back. But that bomb is still not planted, and it's not going to get there anytime soon at this rate. Bait it out. They do pull a shot. Oh! Dexter holds it. Soulfly goes down, and suddenly it's all on kyuubii. 4 kills in the last round. He needs 3 in this one if he wants to keep them off map point, if he wants to keep his team from closing this in regulation as he gets inside of the site. Frozen unwilling to move. Frozen quite literally in place with just 11 HP. And with his back exposed, making noise. No, he's not. He's still being stoic, still trying to hold on this. Clears out the close angles, but he's got to get back to the site soon. And the shots come in. They're all staring him down. He finds one. Frozen's still low on this, but time is everything. He's got to wrap clean. He's got to clear this, and look at Frozen just baiting him off it. Round is done, and MOUZ Sports are going to find 15. Series point and 1 away from Rio.
Oh, that one didn't come easy at all, but the in-game leader, Dexter, steps up massive. 3 huge kills. He's not giving that one over for free. That got so sketchy on the site, but shot after shot after shot, Dexter delivers here when the chips were down. And Sangal, they're the ones on the ropes. 15-12, and check this out from Dexter. Slows down phzy and then just stands and delivers. He's the bodyguard. He's the one packing the punch. And he's the one sending Sangal packing. There's just one more round needed here for MOUZ, and they'll book that ticket. One more round.
One more round and maybe relief for how this series has gone. But like I say, every emotion. And Sangal needs to keep theirs together right now. Play this smart. Play it like they still have a chance, because they do. They've proven it so many times in this series that they can take this fight. Even without the weapons, they can take this fight. So the MP9 and the FAMAS, very much a part of this equation, and it smokes down top side of the ramp. It's 3 FAMASs, or 3 Galils, excuse me, as well for MOUZ, keep in mind. So every right to take those long shot spots. The shoulder peeks out, sliding in, Soulfly. Now he's got a problem. It's going to be made worse. I thought kyuubii was going to save him because he had to get back inside of the site to safety. A good trade by Frozen to at least take that shot.
xertioN's made so much noise. Corey's heard this. He's calling the team back over. They think it's the A play, and so do MOUZ. They're committing here. Corey's just ahead of the play. He can call there across the temple, but needs to turn around, and xertioN lofts off another.
xertioN wasn't spotted going into temple. He wasn't spotted in the site. JDC takes Corey, but now he's going to wrap back the other way. Ooh, this is a tough one. Soulfly, 100
Get there
HP,
before him.
and he absolutely will. He's going to go straight to CT now, and JDC is going to take the closer combat angle right inside of the cave. And they're both going to arrive at roughly the same time. There's a kit. Keep that in mind, because there isn't one right now on the back of Soulfly, and he might cross over that direction and go straight for JDC.
The barrel. You saw the barrel?
Oh, baby. Does he let him wrap and go back again? He doesn't, yeah, absolutely. Oh, he didn't see it. He's checking it. He doesn't actually have to take this 20 seconds. He's going to come around. Soulfly's got no idea. And JDC has suddenly flanked their way into the major. MOUZ Sports puts their ticket to Rio. And oh my, look at them now.
They had to work so hard for this. Inferno was an absolute battle, but look at Frozen. Look at the team for JDC, for xertioN, for Torzy. This will be their first major. And the hard work pays off. That relief, that's joy. This team, they've been able to get across the line, but Sangal pushed them every step of the way.
And yeah, you feel for them. I mean, I can't even imagine what it looks like on that.